I ain't never seen a black man shoot somebody and didn't get prison time. That's exactly what I said while Tory Lanez was going through his legal issues before he was convicted. And he got convicted and he got sentenced. Crazy part about all this is everybody turned on Megan Thee Stallion. The same people who said protect black women at all costs. The same people who said, shit, if that was my daughter or my sister, I'll kill a ninja. The same people say free Tory after the black woman said Tory shot me. They don't believe her. They think she's lying. She made it up. Tory Lanez. I just saw recently in the news where they said that Tory Lanez is going to be home from prison soon. I guess at some point you got to keep hope alive, man. Because when you locked in the belly of the beast, you know, it's easy to lose hope behind those big ass concrete walls and steel bars and all that. I was just reading something about Diddy, and his attorneys gave a description of the conditions. And they said he hasn't felt the sun on his skin since September of last year. There is no breeze inside of where he's at. It's like sensory deprivation. The lighting is artificial. The light constantly remains the same. Man, he kept going and going, and I'm thinking, damn, to be in a place where, you know, if you outside of that environment, you get to see the sun go up, you get to see the sun come down. It's getting late in the evening is changing, it's getting a little bit darker, but it's not too dark yet. And then when night falls, it gets dark. And then when the morning comes, the sun starts rising again, and you go outside and you can feel the weather change. You can feel the breeze, you can feel the heat, you can feel the direct touch of the sun on your skin. To be deprived of all those things for years. But that's a good reason to stop doing foolishness and stay the hell up out these people's prison, right? So I don't think that Tory Lanez is going to beat this case anywhere and come home anytime soon. Tory Lanez was ordered. Now, it gets even worse. He was ordered to cover Megan Thee Stallion's legal fees following a deposition disruption. I already said this too. I predicted this before, that Megan won the criminal case because she got her attacker put behind bars, serving years. That's not the worst part for Tory. There's going to be another part where civil court is going to award Megan Thee Stallion some money for pain and suffering and all that, lost wages and all that other stuff, bodily harm and injury. He was found guilty in a criminal court, makes it an easy pass in civil court when she decides to sue for him to pay for all her legal fees and all the other stuff. So this is just the beginning for him. He has some faithful fans because they're still saying free Tory. They're still saying he's coming home sometime soon. I don't see it. They're going to have to show me it by him walking up out of that place. As you know, Tory recently got stabbed multiple times in there, had collapsed lungs. It was serious. He had to be airlifted to a medical facility where they had to operate on him to save his life quickly. I can't imagine how his mental state must be. A federal court now ordered Tory Lanez to cover Megan Thee Stallion's legal expenses after his behavior during a deposition session was judged as unacceptable. This came after a Zoom deposition on April 9th, where reports says that Tory Lanez disrupted the session and made personal remarks about Megan Thee Stallion's lawyer. So they looking at you like, oh, you a hard ass, you a criminal, you super disrespectful, you have no remorse. You're in here doing time for harming this woman and you still tough talking. Okay, here are all her legal fees. Pay those. The court record shows that Tory Lanez interrupted questions when they were being asked, and he commented on one of the lawyer's appearances, causing the session to end. You could imagine if he's back there saying, with your big ass glasses and your big ass forehead and your stupid ass. Yep. And they ended the session. The deposition wrapped up in under an hour. Megan's lawyers responded by filing a motion to hold Tory Lanez in contempt, pointing to his disruptive actions and his unwillingness to cooperate. Tory Lanez has until April 30th to respond or to explain, but court record shows that he missed the deadline. We are in August. Because of this, the court ordered that he pays the legal costs that are tied to this case. Damn. So not only did she get good attorneys to defend her, so that bill is probably going to be pretty high, and whatever the state's going to charge him for the prosecution part of things, but he has to pay all the legal fees associated with this case. Shit. Further cases with Lanez will face stricter monitoring by the courts. That's also ordered. A magistrate judge is now being tasked with managing his depositions to stop any more interferences from Tory. Megan's lawyers are also seeking a special master, a court official, to handle Tory Lanez's future testimonies. They suggested that Tory Lanez should bear the cost of this extra oversight. This update ties into a wider court cases involving people that are linked to Megan Thee Stallion's claims about defamation and harassment. So in a different case, a federal judge in Southern District of Florida told YouTube Milagro Grams, whose real name is Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, that she needed to pay $5,000 to cover lawyers' fees that were related to evidence sharing. The lawsuit against Cooper came from accusations that she posted some harmful and untrue content about Megan Thee Stallion on social media platforms, that she was working for Tory Lanez. Megan had said that these legal moves aim to tackle what she called the ongoing online targeted harassment and false stories that are being spread under the name of journalism. Tory got people out here working for him that's messing up my brand by doing these things. It is time to hold the bloggers accountable for years of harassment, cyberbullying, and the publication of misinformation about my personal and my professional life, Megan said. I've endured countless attacks on my character based on false narratives from social media bloggers misrepresenting themselves as journalists. It's unacceptable behavior, and these individuals need to understand that there will be repercussions for recklessly posting lies and defamatory falsehood. I guess they're not paying attention to Tasha K and what's her name? Offset baby mama, ex-wife. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't remember her name right now. Cardi B. You know, Tasha K said a bunch of things about Cardi B. Cardi B ended up taking her to court. And it ended up with Cardi B winning a judgment of millions of dollars that Tasha K can't afford to pay. But they've been scraping through her life to get every penny of that money. So as a blogger, if you want to go down that route and you don't even have that money, don't think that they're just going to walk away from you and say, oh, he doesn't have the money or she doesn't have the money. They're going to garnish your wages. They're going to go to your YouTube, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, wherever else you have sponsorships or are making money. Shit, if you work a 9 to 5, if you run a cash register at Walmart, they come into Walmart to garnish them damn wages. So you might want to start being careful about what it is that you're spreading out here about people. Cardi did it. The precedence was set. Megan is following along those same lines. They already got that young lady paying out the ass already for what she was saying on behalf of Tory Lanez. The court's ruling on Tory Lanez's action during his deposition added another chapter to the ongoing legal battles that are linked to the 2020 shooting incident where Megan claimed that Tory Lanez shot her. Tory Lanez is already serving time related to this matter, but the civil case remains active on several levels. Like I said, several levels. That's just the beginning. Tory isn't done paying yet. Wait until they hit him with the medical bills and the pain and suffering and the lost wages and all that other stuff. He is going to pay. Let's see how this works out. Leave your comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you on the next video. It's BrainFLoTv. I'm out. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.